It already feels like we're in the mid-90s. Potential severe weather looming for this evening. Live Doppler radar in a second.
The fire, which started last week, is 51% contained. Because of extremely dry conditions, Governor Rick Snyder last week barred fireworks and outdoor burning in 49 Michigan counties. They could use some rain.
They could. They're going to get some. 51% better than this morning. I think we reported 48 this morning.
All
so
right.
Headed in the right direction.
Yeah,
huh?
good to see there.
Yeah, take you over to our headlines here on your early Memorial Day afternoon, and we've got, well, three really big stories. One is the opportunity for severe weather tonight as our heat and humidity crescendo, and a transition to cooler weather as soon as tomorrow is eased or happens by way of thunderstorms. Friday and Saturday, we're talking rain. It is in your updated 7-day. That'll be in a moment. Right now, though, collectively, let's go to the lakeshore, and we've got some action here in South Haven with at least two boats headed out for some pleasure boating and some fishing. I'll tell you what, winds are already an issue. You can see the American flag and another flag all the way into the distance, and they are just kind of flapping back and forth in chorus here. Let's, well, discuss live Doppler radar. You'd think it'd be dry based on these pictures, and it is. Sweeps looking really good here for an early afternoon grill out or just plans with your friends and family and so forth. And maybe just keeping things cool. But we want to talk a little bit more about our severe weather threat. It's area-wide. It's a 15% risk for large hail. That would be hail greater than an inch in diameter. Equally of concern is a 15% risk for strong winds or damaging winds. That would be 60 miles per hour or greater, and the opportunity to knock down a few trees. Obviously, we don't want either of these scenarios to happen, but the Storm Prediction Center still feels confident in a severe weather setup across the Great Lakes. So we've got our warm and our humid air, right? And this cold front will come through and lift that air. It lifts it easily, it generates clouds, and it generates storms. And with an accessible freezing level, we can tap into some hail. And with a decent amount of winds aloft above our heads, situated about 40 knots, that would be 45 to 50 miles per hour. Some of those could come down to the surface in some of the downdrafts. So that's essentially the story here. This is your weather map for the evening. Now, with that cold front and out ahead of it, wow, we are frying. And frying with olive oil or butter here. Low 90s, feels like temperatures middle and upper 90s. Hour by hour doesn't really brew a lot of storms until a couple of hours before sunset. This is 7 p.m. And then we think we have a setup in place to either develop a line or several different bow segments. And anytime you see a bow segment, that suggests wind damage. And storms getting going here, Van Buren County, St. Joe County, Kalamazoo County at 11. And they cruise through Grand Rapids around midnight. And by 2 a.m., our severe threat is gone. Rain shifts towards the eastern side of the state, and we wake up dry and more comfortable. The story tomorrow is lowering our humidity levels and bringing the temperatures back to a range that's a little bit more tolerable across the board, so upper 70s tomorrow at the end of the day. And that does come with a lot of sun. Let's talk about our numbers right now. 88s in Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Coldwater, you're there, Sturgis, of course, Benton Harbor, and Lansing. We're not far behind. Holland and Grand Rapids both at 87. However, with the humidity, feeling like 89 Grand Rapids, feeling like 90 in Kalamazoo, and 90 in Sturgis. Our feels like temperatures were near dangerous categories yesterday. They won't be this afternoon, but boy, are they going to be darn close. Storm Tracker shows, some lazy cloud cover on either side of the Mackinac Bridge. There's a lot of sunshine still mixed in. And all that does is it helps to percolate the atmosphere or agitate the atmosphere. However, radar trends immediately to our west are kind of boring, you know? These are your wind speeds. We referenced the wind speeds in that South Haven Live Eye about 2 minutes ago. 23 mile per hour winds in Holland, 20 in Muskegon and Coldwater. These aren't gusts, my friends. Those are consistent winds. Finally, we're at the lakeshore right now where our water temperatures are pushing towards 60, 57 officially South Haven, upper 80s to 90 at the lakeshore for the afternoon, 1 to 3 footers and southerly winds of about 20 knots. But remember, in any storms, the waves could be bigger and the winds stronger. We hope you keep it cool for the afternoon, and we're going to stay right here and watch live Doppler radar for you, so don't worry about that. We will have you covered with any watches or warnings right here, WWMT.com, Twitter, Facebook, and all of your favorite social avenues online. Southerly winds 20 to 30. Tonight, storms, severe threat over at midnight. We get a wind switch, and we bring in the kind of air that, well, frankly, we should have for late May. 78 tomorrow, mid-60s Wednesday and Thursday. That's unusually cool. Marcy, we're now pegging rain for Friday and Saturday, and a cold rain at that.
Unusually hot to unusually cool.
Get a little bit of everything here late May.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Jeff, thanks very much. Guess what time it is?
Tell me.
It's time for today's pet segment.
Good.
We've got a great dog to introduce to you today. Now, this is Naomi. She's a 3-year-old Staffordshire Terrier. She is spayed. She has all of her shots, and she's even microchipped. And look at her face. Cute dog. Naomi's a great dog. She's great with kids, other dogs, even cats. She is available for a special adoption fee, but they're being pretty secretive about that. You'll have to call the Pet Resource Network for more information on that. You can see the number. It's right there at the bottom of your screen, 269-388-2180.
So a secret special adoption fee.
Yeah, you want to call and find out about that, right?
You're right. Good coat. Nice black and white pattern there. All right, final look at your forecast here. First, the heat. You know about that, Marcy. Feels like 90 Kalamazoo. Feels like 88 Three Rivers. And listen, these are only going to get worse into the afternoon. So make sure you find some time to enjoy some air conditioning, get a little shade in between the naps and so forth, and the sun and the grill outs. Now, we want to get back to our severe weather. Area-wide, we have a 15% risk for damaging winds. We also have a 15% risk for large hail. So that is something we'll be following specifically in a window from 5 p.m. to roughly midnight. So we've got a 7 to roughly 8-hour window where we'll be watching live Doppler radar very closely. So 92 for the afternoon. If you're not ready for the heat, and a lot of us probably aren't at this point in the summer or close to summer, it all goes away tomorrow where cooler humidity will drop very rapidly. 78 Tuesday, 66 Wednesday. And if you don't want to give more money to Consumers Energy, obviously so for air conditioning, get some more cool temperatures here Thursday and Friday. That's going to come with some rain at the very end of the work week. After today, though, should be looking pretty good.
Yeah, and after today, you might not want to go to the beach anymore. Last beach day for a while, right now.
But a good beach day.
Beautiful beach day. Sun is shining out there.
You said the waters are
frigid. Absolutely frigid. I do not recommend going in.
You went in last weekend, right?
Last weekend. It was not a smart idea.
What were you thinking?
I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking, clearly.
There was something more to that, wasn't there?
No.
Okay.
Finally, this noon, huge crowds turned out in East